Hey, listen to this. See how creamy it sounds and how glorious it is? There seems to be a bit of a problem with this keyboard and I want to talk to you guys about it today. Hey guys, it's back with JohnyTechReview and I hope you guys are all doing well. So it's been roughly about 3 months or so since I started using this keyboard back in December. This is a Galaxy100. This is a keyboard from Epomaker. While I understand there's a lot of issues in the past with Epomaker, I have been trying to give them a fair shot. So usually what they do is they send me some keyboard that I might be interested in. I take a look at it, and this is my second or third from them. And this keyboard, I want to talk to you guys about my experience using it, some of the issues I ran into, and at a point where I almost gave up on reviewing this keyboard, but I kind of pushed forward a little bit more because I wanted to understand what really is the issues. So this is the Galaxy 100. This is a all metal keyboard. It's really heavy. I'm holding in one hand. The frame, everything is metal, and then you have the keycap. These are really cool color keycap, or rather they're really cool shape keycap, you know, those old style kind of keyboard. I really like these. It's a full keycap with the numpad and everything, and you have a scroll wheel here. And what makes this keyboard fun is that this is a VIA or QMK firmware keyboard. So out of the box, they will ship you with a VIA firmware. One of the things that I will give feedback to the maker is that even though you can, you know, change layout and do, you know, all kind of configuration, whatever it is with the VIA you usually do, there is no instruction really on the website right now for you to switch over to the QMK firmware. And there's really no file, and it's only that I am starting to incur problem with this keyboard that I talk to them and I figure out, you know, they send me some firmware to change it, and that's how I figure it out. But anyway, let's talk to that. So first, let's talk about all the good things and all the experience that I deal with it. So first of all, from a keycap perspective, these use the Fecker Y switch. So that's the switch underneath these, and the switch are all hot swappable, including the keycap, etc. And the switch are really creamy, and you can hear from the sound. I'll play a few more samples of that. So generally with this switch, it feels really good, really soft, creamy sounding, and the experience in typing this key switch is really good. The cap itself is also really good. Yes, the keycap is completely flat. The light does not shine through it. When I opened this unit up, because I ran into issues, it was very simple. Underneath there was 2 batteries, one on each side, hence this keyboard is pretty heavy. And then of course there's a PPC board, very clean. That's about it, and then the keycap. So anyway, it's pretty heavy. I don't know how many pounds. I'll put the number on the screen. But in the back you have of course the USB-C port. You have 3 different kind of connection. You have the wire connection, which is in the middle. You have Bluetooth, which is what I'm on right now, and then you have the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Anyway, it doesn't matter which setting you use or which option you use, they all work pretty fine. Do keep in mind that if you want to flash something or make changes, for example using VIA or QMK, you do have to go into the USB mode and plug into your computer. Other than that, yeah, it's a really nice hefty keyboard. Battery lasts for quite a long time. I would charge it up and use it for a good month on and off with the light not on like this but reactive. And if you have the light on like this, it lasts over a week. So anyway, keep that in mind. It does have a go to sleep mode, so it will go to sleep after a while. The knob is fine, and you can reprogram that to do different things. The knob has a push down function, left and right of course for volume. By default is mute, and left and right is of course the volume, and you can change that. Layout, I think it's also very good. I like where everything is. If I were to make any changes, which I haven't yet, I kind of like this layout. I left page up and page down here, but I would change page up and page down here. I use delete and insert a lot more, so I will move them down a little bit, and the home button. But other than that, it wasn't bothering me enough, so I left everything the way it is. So now let's talk about the experience. So if you are using VIA or QMK, you know that this keyboard does not come with any software. You would just use the VIA or QMK to do your program and make changes, etc. Before we get into that, I forgot, lighting on it is very good. You have 8 or 10 different kind of lighting style, and then you can customize it. You can also do your own. But from a VIA and QMK software perspective, you know, it's not as good as some of the other proprietary software, right? And I feel like the software is very generic for a lot of keyboards, so your customization might be a little bit limited in those software from my perspective. What I like about QMK and VIA, and especially with VIA because I'm used to that, is the ability to reassign one of the key that I don't use to a macro because I use it for work. I use the macro a lot, and I really enjoy being able to type in a quick password or something that I use internally a lot, and that's my major use case for a VIA keyboard. Honestly, I don't reprogram everything, right? So problem. This keyboard from day one have this problem where when I'm typing, I was getting chattering. Well, I thought I was getting chattering. So what happened is I was typing something very fast. It's slow, no problem. But if I type it really fast, it would randomly insert a letter A or T into my sentence. So when I'm typing really fast, a whole conversation in a message or something like that, there's just random A being inserted everywhere. So I thought this was an issue initially because of the firmware. So we try changing the firmware, etc. I thought it was because maybe it's the circuitry. So what Epomaker did is they sent me a second keyboard. So during that time, I didn't touch anything. I go back using some of the other keyboard, and when they sent me the second keyboard, I plug it in, same exact problem. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. So more conversation happened. They even sent me again, that's how I find out I was able to, where did I find the QMK firmware? They sent it to me. I flashed that firmware, same exact problem. I got annoyed with it, so I opened the keyboard. There's about 6 screws underneath. You take the 6 screw off, unplug the power cable from the battery, and you see the board. I look at the board, inspected it, nothing's wrong. It looked perfect, brand new, pristine, no problem, right? So again, put everything back together, same issues. So the only thing I could thought of was, oh, okay, maybe where I change everything, maybe it's my typing habit. So I tried to slow down in just finger typing instead of full typing, and I noticed that got better, but of course I'm not typing fast. And then I realized, oh, maybe it's the key switch, because I have other factor keyboard that's kind of have this problem on and off. So what I did is I took the letter A key that often gets smashed and swap it out with another key. I have a bunch of key switch laying around, so I just swapped the key. Guess what happened? It went away. So that was really the issue. The issues was these factor white switch, marble white switch, whatever they're called. They are really sensitive. You barely have to touch it for it to be engaged. And when I'm typing with my hand like this, I guess often my pinky on this side put a little bit of pressure on the A as I'm typing, and that caused the key to accidentally being typed. So yeah, so now beside every other key switch on here, only the A key was swapped and the problem completely go away. So I think what Epomaker can do is perhaps, I don't know if this is a problem widespread for everyone else, but if you have a factor type of keyboard with this kind of switch where you're getting chattering, see if it's constantly the same key and make that change. For Epomaker, I think maybe considering offering the user a different type of switch. I know there's 2 types, I just happen to pick this one. And then the other option is on the website to please put the link to get the firmware to switch between QMK and VIA. That's it. Other than that, I have nothing bad to say. I really love this keyboard, and that problem there was really, I was going to tell people not to buy it. But when I figure out what the issues are, that's something that the manufacturer can address. That's something that if you are buying it, just keep that in expectation, and that's really where the issues are. Other than that, pretty standard stuff. Awesome keyboard for about, I think, under $100 or something like that. Really nice keyboard for what you're getting, and fully programmable. And of course, it's all stored in onboard memory, so therefore whatever macro you're doing is completely on that keyboard, and you can take it to wherever other computer you have. So I hope that helped you guys in understanding this keyboard and maybe some of the challenge and some of the features of this keyboard. If you guys have any question, do feel free to leave in the comment box down below. Please like the video, as it will help me and get the word out, and continue to subscribe for more future content. Thank you.